doing my best to make you part of us.
Hey, welcome back to Versus the Rest. I was about to work a bit on my music. Of course, I got some new songs coming up, new album. I don't know when. Gonna take a couple of years because I got a lot of things to do, and having fun with these videos too. And you seem to like that more than my music. No, I'm joking. Probably people just don't listen to new music anymore. But whatever. Today's a subject. We're gonna listen to my man Jimmy Dore. He's really good. I like him. He used to be full on global warming, and I was so proud of him the other day. He said that I'm starting to believe that the global warming movement is just another political ploy for us to lose control, freedoms, and our money. And I was so proud of Jimmy Dore. I think he's grown a lot, and he's seeing the light. I guess I said it in a lot of videos. I am against pollution in all its forms. If possible, we should have cleaner air, cleaner food, cleaner water. Of course, even water is the most important, probably. And companies should not be subsidized if they create products that don't last long enough and are planned for obsolescence. So yeah, I'm all for ecology. I want a green planet, and I want for animals to have a safe place to live. And I'm extremely ecologist. I'm just extremely against the global warming political movement, which is used to take powers away from whole countries. They want to do climate lockdowns. This is it's a very dire situation. I'm all for cleaner energy and everything. We need to move to maybe nuclear or make water, use the water more and burn less fuel. But until then, we can't lose all the money we have, all our economies to move to this system because being an ecologist is a luxury. Poorer countries, they don't have the money to be ecologists, and it's fine. I understand they're just dealing with surviving, and it's like another level of surviving. Once we survive, we need to figure out a way to make everything survive with us and grow and thrive with us. It's a great view. I think it's a good thing that humanity thinks about that. But it's used, and we are manipulated by it. So let's move on to Jimmy Dore.
This is from April 26, 2016, this article.
This is loud enough.
Carbon dioxide fertilization greening Earth, studies finds. What?
What does that mean? Greenhouse gassing the Earth?
It means that we have more plants now on the Earth because of carbon dioxide.
Yep, probably do.
Sit back, Kurt. From a quarter to half of the Earth's vegetated lands has shown significant greening over the last 35 years, largely due to rising levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide, according to a new study
Sounds good.
published in the Journal of Nature Climate Change, April 25th, 2016. An international team of 32 authors from 24 institutions in 8 countries, that's a lot of numbers,
conspiracy theorist countries,
which involved using satellite data from NASA's Moderate Resolution Imaging Spectrometer and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Advanced Very High Resolution Radiometer.
So you don't need
instruments to help determine the leaf area index. The leaf area index.
Okay.
Or the amount of leaf cover over the planet's vegetated region.
That's pretty good against global warming, I think.
The reading represents an increase in leaves on plants and trees equivalent in area to 2 times the continental United States.
Wow.
So there is more green leaves on the planet now to the terms
2016.
Of, yeah.
Do you remember?
But wait,
yeah.
there is more plants and green leaves on the planet Earth than there were 35 years ago.
That's
How
good.
many more?
Wow.
2 times the size of the United States more green leaves.
I don't know. I'd say 1/40th of the Earth is now more green. 2 times, about. They always overrepresent the northern continents sizes. The middle continents are much bigger than shown on most maps. But yeah, that's great. That's great news. More trees means more life. more protection for animals, more oxygen for the air, stronger humans, stronger everything. It's a good thing. Like if the less CO2 there is, the more sun hits the earth. It means it makes warming, and if there's more CO2, sure, okay, it's a greenhouse gas, and of course it's going to take a lot more than what we have now to just do a 1 degree increase on the old Earth. But no, I think it's a good thing. The Earth self-regulates pretty much.
That's a lot of green leaves.
Why didn't I hear this I think in 2016.
It's counter narrative.
I remember a politician saying, I don't remember which one, saying carbon dioxide is actually good because of something, and they sounded stupid. And were they talking about this NASA article?
Maybe that's what they were talking about. This is from NASA.
In the Journal of Climate Change. What?
Well, Jimmy,
Green leaf.
You still got some growing to do, NASA.
Leaves use energy from sunlight through photosynthesis to chemically combine carbon dioxide drawn in from the air with water and nutrients tapped from the ground to produce sugars, which are the main source of food, fiber, and fuel for life on Earth.
Sounds good.
However, carbon dioxide fertilization isn't the only cause of increased plant growth. Nitrogen, land cover change, and climate change by way of global temperature, precipitation, and sunlight changes all contribute to the greening effect.
That sounds pretty good.
To determine an extent of carbon dioxide's contribution, researchers ran the data for carbon dioxide and each of the other variables in isolation through several computer models that mimic the plant growth observed in the satellite data. I'm not crazy about models.
No.
Yeah, I was
Not crazy about models.
Good one, Jimmy.
Their models is why they locked down everybody. And
You're
it was all
almost there.
made up. That model was funded by Big Pharma. And that's why we locked down everybody, because of the models that were coming out of a university in England.
Well,
so I'm not crazy.
I think the trick to make sure that your models work is that you just do what the models are saying to you, and you try to not listen to everybody that's not following that model. It means you're right.
About this model stuff, but let's
say it's an oil company trying to have a fake, because I wouldn't put it past them.
Yes.
But this is what NASA is a real climate change is a thing place.
Yes,
Usually,
definitely.
Yeah. So that means this isn't. I mean,
this isn't trying to debunk. No, this isn't trying to debunk. This is just giving you the facts.
No, I can't believe like nobody on the ISS in all those years never told us that there was more greening than before. I can't believe it. They're hiding truth from us.
Results showed that carbon dioxide fertilization explains 70% of the greening.
Wow, that's a lie.
The second most important driver is nitrogen at 9%. So that's why they're shutting down all those Dutch farms, because they're saying there's too much nitrogen, remember?
I know.
And that's
So
true,
we
yeah.
see what an outsized role CO2 plays in this process. You mean making more plants? Yes, it does. About 85% of Earth's ice-free lands is covered by vegetation.
Nice.
The area covered by all the green leaves on Earth is equal to, on average, 32% of Earth's total surface area, oceans, lands, and permanent ice sheets combined. So the extent of the greening over the past 35 years has the ability to fundamentally change the cycling of water and carbon in the climate system, said the lead author, who did the first half of this study with Minemi as a visiting scholar at Boston University.
So it seems that carbon dioxide is really causing climate change. But it's good.
University. Every year, about half of the 10 billion tons of carbon emitted into the atmosphere from human activities remains temporarily stored in about equal parts in the ocean and plants. While our study did not address the connection between greening and carbon storage in plants, other studies have reported an increasing carbon sink on lands since the 1980s, which is entirely consistent with the idea of greening Earth. What does that mean, carbon sink on land? What does that mean?
Where it stores carbon.
Okay.
Land
While rising carbon dioxide concentrations in the air can be beneficial for plants, it is also the chief culprit of climate change, says NASA. The gas which traps heat in Earth's atmosphere has been increasing since the industrial age due to the burning of oil, gas, coal, and wood for energy, and is continuing to reach concentrations not seen in the last 500,000 years.
Maybe, but I think it's actually good. As long as we are careful on pollutants, on carbon monoxide, keeping everything clean, I think that having a degree or two on Earth is actually good for humans to thrive. There's already a very limited area on Earth where we can actually live. Like, let's say, just with no clothes, there's like almost nowhere where humans can live. So this heating is actually good for us and good for a lot of plants and nature too. There's less life that thrives in ice. Definitely, they deserve to live, of course, and they have adapted for it. But I mean, saving the polar bears is going to result in less animal lives being saved than cutting down trees in the Amazon, for example. Like just a square kilometer of the Amazon probably contains more life than 100 kilometers of the Arctic or whatever, the Antarctica. Well, Antarctica, there's even less life. It's really we can't really compare any. We can't compare Antarctica with the Arctic.
There's lots of different data on this. There's
dinosaurs are coming back, dude. That's what that means.
What
is here first on Jimmy Dore show, and Jimmy endorses what I say.
What is coming back?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are coming back.
They're bringing back dinosaurs. I know it sounds like a conspiracy.
Got to
bring
dinosaurs back.
The impacts of climate change include global
probably
warming,
another
rising
fake
sea
thing.
levels, melting glaciers, and sea ice, as well.
Do I want to get into dinosaurs? Nah, I'll do that some other time.
Well, you know a lot, but most of their predictions have yet to come true. You can still get a 30-year mortgage on a beachfront property in Miami. Will you tell me why that is?
I'm sorry.
I don't know why, Jimmy. Why is that?
We were having in a desert because all of the forests being cleared,
I thought all the
clear cut.
But it turns out
we need that forest to get the carbon dioxide to not cause a climate change.
That's right.
So
still,
I'm just asking, does the more plants not help with that?
It should. You would think, because the plants eat carbon dioxide.
You know what this reads like at the end? It reads like when
not at night,
and as we should acknowledge that the vaccine
still they take more carbon dioxide and
that's how that reads.
Yeah. Create more oxygen than the contrary.
Of course, carbon dioxide, we know.
Melting seal, but plants don't help. There's not like a circle. It's just one way benefit to plants.
You should have his video to always that we always see his guests and everything. He's really funny also.
After I saw
I forgot his name. It's crazy.
COVID,
I listen to him all the time.
Afghanistan, Libya, Iraq, killing millions of people.
Hey, I'll hear out anybody's crazy theory. I'll hear it out now.
That's right. Me too.
Eddie Bravo told me there's no such thing as nuclear weapons, and I heard him out.
Awesome.
Didn't know how to respond, but I did hear him out.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. And I've heard about that too. I kind of agree with that theory. It's yes and no, but there's no, from what I've seen, it's like, it's a lot of destruction, but there's no like 25 years surely death on all the continent if it happens. It's a scare tactic.
Eddie Bravo.
I had a morning show with him.
It keeps peace alive.
The beneficial impacts of carbon dioxide on plants may also be limited. Really? Studies have shown that plants acclimatize or adjust to rising carbon dioxide concentration, and the fertilization effect diminishes over time.
Like boosters?
You mean I don't know.
like the safe and effective COVID vaccine?
Yeah.
So we keep having to have more plants?
So you mean after it makes 2 United States-sized plant fucking things, then it decreases after that? You mean it made 2? That's amazing.
I wasn't aware that was a thing. I wasn't aware that. I thought we were almost a desert everywhere now.
No, turns out there's more plants than ever.
But they're not going to help out with this climate change.
I guess they're not going to help.
They need to change their
They should pay taxes.
So all these plants should pay cutting the Amazon,
taxes
which is
to help
horrible.
Climate change.
I can't believe that. Why don't we send our military down there to stop them from clear cutting the Amazon, right?
I think they're there.
No, well, it's still a good thing.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Because if the military went there, they'd protect them clear cutting it because they work for the corporations.
Yeah, of course.
It's not
Makes sense.
Probably our company's screwing up.
Probably our company's doing it anyway. That's right.
Like
McDonald's. Yes.
So look at that. Turns out But it is safe and effective, and carbon dioxide certainly is the enemy.
Wow. So
It's
that's
the
weird.
devil.
I thought plants, because back in the day,
You would think.
they said, "Oh, we need those plants." So they call them like. It
Yeah.
turns out they're not as effective.
Good one. All
So,
right.
I don't know if you're into this kind of stuff. It's the Field of Greens. It's.
Oh, I'm not that into
what
that
this
kind of
is,
stuff.
it's
It
a-
looks okay, Jimmy. It seems to be so hard to do advertisement. I would have no idea how to advertise a product, even if it was something as delicious as this rice kombucha. I really love that flavor, this fresh ginger flavor. It almost feels as if you were eating the ginger directly from the soil, yet removing the soil before eating it on the ground. Pretty much. So I hope you like this video today, and we'll see us again. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for liking, subscribe, and hope you had fun. See you.
I have come here,